It was like intimate. It wasn't
drunk.
No, totally sober as a bird.
He was
He's
drunk
the
off
moment,
the
baby.
stage.
And I've never experimented like that. I wasn't even in like
I gotta
Boy
ask.
Scouts or anything.
Yeah, we got more questions.
Cheek or lips?
Cheek.
It was cheek, but
But he was moving
look,
towards
look,
the lips.
dude, it was like I was coming in like
Right,
this.
right,
I was
right.
like this, and he turned and like kissed me as well. But it was like a cheek situation.
There was some lips there.
It was like a half. It was a quarter.
Like
lip.
his
Quarter
lip got
sure,
caught
yeah.
on my scruff and it just sort of dragged his face.
Oh, and there's my intro. Welcome to Room 6, the channel dedicated to local music and not so local music, and the people that make it, including me and these guys. My guest today, I literally met last night at the Rockstar Bar, where I also checked out the venue for the first time. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss out when I post the video where I'm reviewing that, and I'm also reviewing the show. They are on tour, and they are on a mission to spread self-love, authenticity, and sustainability, and they're trying to average new music every 6 weeks, which is lofty. Currently on the Lose Control tour with The Habits and Local Sport, and what else? Oh yeah, they're from LA. Anyway, please welcome to the channel, POE the Passenger. Say hi.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
How's it going? Hey
Well-
mom.
Yes, hi mom. Did she get drunk?
Yeah,
She's always drunk.
Yeah, it was a good show. Even when she's sober,
She's drunk on life, bro. She
Yeah.
loves life.
You met her. Yeah.
She's cool in her own right. Just on life, not anything.
Mama P, if you don't know, she's in the Heartstrings music video.
Yes.
Fine.
Shout out to ours. Nice.
Alright, well, first of all, for anybody watching that doesn't know who you are,
Hey, I'm Jeff.
So, quick question. Before we get into kind of the
Yeah. Great. What are we doing? So my question to you is,
Is that off camera? I don't know who it is. We're doing straight.
It was at this moment that he knew.
don't cut it.
Leave that in.
No, just leave it in
Leave it
there.
in there.
You can't see this, but I just wasted a lot of work. Awesome. I was going to ask, where are you from?
Oh, great question. I want to know too. We're big Bernie Sanders supporters. I don't know where he is now politically or figuratively.
But he was kicking it by the pool.
He was. We hope he runs again.
We had those weird niggas on here like in the middle of the lot.
Well, surprisingly, a little bit of Jeff and I have met at a Bernie Sanders
I thought you were going to say concert.
It's not a concert, yeah. He lives on his house.
How many people know is Shred? He's big on Streamline.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Bring Me the Horizon, favorite band.
Nice job.
Wow.
Alright. I didn't want to. It was proper. Welcome to Room 6.
Sick.
Wasting our love.
Yum. Make sure you stick around. We're going to have a music video from them. Oh, after the interview?
Sweet.
Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. We got a couple of those.
Are we? Okay. Yeah, you have a couple.
Yeah, we got a few.
When I said they were putting out new music every 6 weeks, pretty much, there's a music video practically every time, right?
We do our best, yeah.
Yes. I agree with... I don't remember who said it. I think it might have been you. Or you. But I agree that the visual is very, very important.
Mm.
And especially, I like the kind of the old movie poster work you got going on.
I'm big into that. I do a lot of graphic design, and I'm huge on old movie posters, anything like the old Indiana Jones ones that are like kind of mosaic / like hand drawn. I'm all about that. So I usually just every photo shoot I turn something into a poster of some sort. So
Nice.
it's all me.
Talk to me about the Guy Fieri thing.
Hi, I'm Guy Fieri.
Hi, I'm Guy Fieri.
Hi,
I'm Guy Fiery.
And welcome to the Flavor Town.
Dude, Kenny, you should have been there, right?
Yeah.
The last time we were in the kitchen, right?
Yeah. I was like, if I had more time.
That's a great question. Yeah. Jeff, you want to take it away?
The Guy Fieri thing. Okay, so for a long time we've watched a show called Jam in the Van, and
Yes, I'm aware of this.
yes, it's a great show. They bring artists, usually that are on tour, into this giant tour bus / van where they perform their songs adjacent to the venue of some sort, and usually they drink beers in a similar setting like this. And we were big fans of the show for a long time, and we just kept reaching out to them, kept getting let down. We didn't hear anything for years and years and years, and a moment came during the pandemic where they actually responded, and they were like, "Hey, would you guys want to do basically this cooking thing?" And it was where bands, they intercut a performance with bands cooking a dish that they would make during quarantine. And we were like, obviously,
Yeah.
we should dress up like Guy Fieri.
Oh, that was your choice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah, that was all.
Because I thought somehow
Best
you got
decision.
talked into it.
No,
and I was just like,
no. That was 100%.
That had nothing to do with our management.
We just
It
thought
was-
how ridiculous.
no, I
it
thought
would
you
be.
went on the show and they're like, so hey, we got these costumes.
Yes.
Just happen to fit you.
No, we pre-ordered the costumes. Like if it's gonna be our first time on Jam in the Van,
Yeah.
we got to make a stink about it.
We wrote some of the
And-
bits too. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
That
I mean
was
we're
awesome.
huge Guy Fieri fans. We all love
Oh, yeah.
Guy Fieri or however you want to.
It's Fieri.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Italiano.
Yes.
And yeah, he actually behind the scenes does a lot of good stuff, a lot of charity work, and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff for people that not just on his shows, but like during quarantine, and a lot of times you'll see him just cooking tons of meals after a disaster, like a
Wow.
hurricane or something. Yeah,
He actually had a huge fund for people in the service industry.
Mhm.
I
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
there were either like 1 or 2 installments, like $500 per person. I want to say they gave out like 2,500 of them.
Wow.
Like, it was a lot.
I can't imagine
Beat
that
that
guy being
government.
salty at all. Like, only savory.
Yeah.
You need a drink, dude?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought my name was Josh.
Hey.
So, anywho, Pasadena City College. There's a little bit of y'all, not all. Yeah, don't peek.
Oh,
Read ahead.
I thought you were pointing at it. I'm a slow reader, everybody. So I just thought that maybe. that would help.
So Pasadena City College was kind of the meeting ground for some of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we all went there.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Kenny also went there.
That's so
That's
weird.
how I met. That's how I.
We were all in the
Yeah.
music program together. Kenny, me, Matt.
You just didn't know each other.
We did actually. We knew
Yes.
each other at the time. We had actually played music together. Kenny went his own route and said, "If you guys are not good enough to play with me,
Screw you guys.
yeah."
Yeah, maybe.
And so actually, Matt and I had been playing together music long enough to where like we met up with Jeff. Eventually, we didn't actually meet at PCC. It was just happenstance that we all went there. And then eventually, we got good enough where Kenny was like, "Hey, maybe I'll play a show with you guys. Maybe."
You love this whole mythology.
That's.
We were so
Not
happy
quite how I
when you said
remember it,
yes.
but, you know.
It's the Kenny Studebaker
It's
band.
pretty verbatim.
The
How
Kenny
it
Studebaker
happens.
Band.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
The Studebaker Band.
Poe and the Studebakers.
Yeah.
Nice. Which I do want to talk about the band name a little bit. I read the story a little bit. I can't remember who wrote it. I want to say William Hohe
Of
of Lombard.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Dang,
Yeah.
dude, you
Wow.
want to do your research. I didn't even remember Will's name. Will, thank you so much. Yeah, from
Yes.
Glenbard West.
Did
my
an
alma mater.
amazing article
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
wow.
talking about mostly him. Sorry, but
Thank you.
Yeah, I know he went to high school there. so
yeah.
that makes sense.
But I was just like, oh, that's a really cool origin story for if you want to talk about it.
Sure.
It has to do with you.
I don't remember the article verbatim, but I will do my best. But yeah, wow, that's so cool that you pulled out Will from Glenbard West, from Glen, Illinois. So cool.
Go Hilltoppers.
Yeah, dang, go Hilltop. Wow.
Wow.
The Hilltoppers was our mascot, and it's the stupidest mascot name.
Oh, I could probably do one better. The Royals, and it was a lion.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That makes sense.
Because you got the banana slugs out there for Santa Cruz.
Fair enough.
You're talking about people that just get to the top of a hill. That's not an accomplishment. That's going for a walk.
When I think Hilltoppers, I think the ancient Greeks.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's all he
Okay.
got is hills, though.
All right, give the
Got
people an answer.
Answer the
Andy,
question.
so
My bad.
your late father inspired.
Got it. Yes. So POE the Passenger, it has an emotional tie for me, and that is because I found out that after my dad passed away that he was actually kind of a poet behind closed doors. I always knew him as I didn't really get to know him. He passed away when I was 1 year old. But my family always told me that he was like a businessman. He was always like tinkering with inventions. He always wanted to patent ideas, but he worked in like tech and finance and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to find out later in life that he was actually like very proficient in poetry, and Edgar Allan Poe was one of his favorite poets. And my brother and my sister and my mom all sent me like old books of his that were like, poetry books or like not encyclopedias, but like collections of poems and stuff like that. And I don't know if they intentionally like stuck his like my dad's poetry in there or not, but they also sent some of his stuff. But I would be like flipping through the pages or whatever, and I'd find stuff that he had written to like my mom, or that he had written to me as a baby, or like some other people, and it was like kind of an emotional thing. And I had never read those things, and I stumbled upon a passage in there where Edgar Allan Poe talks about being a passenger in life. Kind of resonated with me at the time, and it was around the time that I was kind of formulating a group of musicians. Unfortunately, it wasn't these guys at the time.
Okay.
I'm so thankful that I found you guys, because
Sorry.
you guys have changed my life. But
Thanks, Kenny.
it was, I can't recite the passage, but it's like a short little excerpt talking about being a passenger in life, and we all resonated with that. And why not try and shed light and positivity on an otherwise kind of droll story?
Droll.
Obviously Edgar Allan Poe had like a very negative life and wasn't recognized for his work, and kind of was to me it kind of drew parallels between that and my dad, where it's like I didn't really get to know the like positive sides of him. I only know the negative sides of like the heart attack and the addictions and stuff like that. And
Oh wow,
I thought
that wasn't in the article.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
but-
I'm not talking heavy drug addictions or anything like that, but crippling vices like smoking and drinking, things that everybody deals with.
Vegas, baby.
But that was the detriment of growing up in the 80s and 90s and all that stuff. But nevertheless, it's a name that means a lot to us. It's a literary reference, and I think that means a lot to us. It was super unique, and these guys were thankful to take on the name, and hopefully it means as much to them as it means to me.
Yeah, honestly, the more I learned about each of you, except you, the more I was
The
like,
mystery man.
the more I was like,
Keep it that
that's
way.
a really great name, just to kind of the whole ethos of what your band is about, and seeing it on the screen at Rockstar, I was just like, that is perfect.
Cool.
Even the font and it's all lowercase, nice.
Nice.
Since I kind of started digging into you, I might as well one more for you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Want to talk about humorous and dramatic duet acting,
Get out.
and how that kind of somehow led into singing.
Did you do a background check on me, or like
You
how
ever-
did
you
you
ever-
dive into this stuff?
Evans.
Sean Evans is my Patronus.
Okay. Wow. For those of you that don't
It's
understand
amazing right now.
how dorky this is, there is actually a thing called forensics that's not as cool as real forensics, where it's like crime investigation. They call it forensics / like speech and debate. But literally, when I was in high school, I thought it was cool that I would be a part of a team that would go every weekend to a different school and compete in various events. And the event that I competed in was called humorous duet acting. Crazy enough, I quit baseball to do this, which blows my mind.
Big, bold.
Bold, yeah.
What was it, like ad lib or?
The event?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So humorous duet acting is actually an 8-minute scripted piece between two actors. And the only objects that you can use are a table and 2 chairs, and you can't use any props, but you have to pantomime, and you perform an 8-minute sketch basically. But the sketch has to have been in a published work. It cannot be an original
Okay, so
work.
there's rehearsal and everything involved.
Yes, you rehearse for months, which is even dorkier. You rehearse for months. You work with coaches that critique you, and then you go to these tournaments where you perform in 3. I cannot believe I'm talking about this right now. You perform in 3 rounds, and the judges rank you. And if you do well in those 3 rounds, you go to what's called like the finals, and then you perform in the final round with other people that got high scores. And then you get like awarded trophies 1 through 3rd. I am actually a state champion, or I'm sorry, a regional champion in dramatic duet acting and
Golf clap? Oh, but better yet, yeah. Slow clap.
what do I do?
Sorry to mess up your audio.
It's okay.
I place either regionals or sectionals in humorous duet acting. Andy Gilling, if you're out there, you were the original ginger friend that I had, and now it's Trent. So.
Wow.
Way to bring it back to the band.
I'm learning a lot about Jeff in this interview. It's crazy.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Wow.
I just thought about that. Bazinga. Cheers to that.
He literally brought that up a week ago. I've known this guy for like 6 years now. He literally brought that up for the first time a week ago.
And again, you can thank Will for that.
Will
The
mention it?
humorous, yeah.
Oh,
Humorous,
wow.
Glenbard.
Glenbar West.
Yes.
Glen Ellen.
All right, so before I torture other people in the band, wanted to talk about your earliest musical influences. Been a little bit about that online. I'm mostly interested in you. But what is the earliest, like that first time that you're like, I want to do that, whether it's an artist or a genre or a particular instrument or a song?
Yeah.
What was the thing or that moment where this is the moment, where you're like, I want to try making music, I want to be a musician?
These are all amazing questions. For me personally,
Thank you.
Thrice, Under Oath, Circle Survive, The Deer Hunter, all big influences on me. I don't know if you hear any of those influences on our music today, but they inspired me to take up my instrument, drums, my first instrument, get good at it.
Get good, Scrub.
Yeah. And continue on with it and continue to be inspired and everything. And so that's essentially why the reason I do this today is because of those 4 bands specifically. What do you got, Matt?
I've gone through so many different phases of bands that have like impacted me on like just on a personal level.
But what was the earliest?
The earliest is most likely because of my dad, because he listened
Your dad's
to.
not a musician, though.
He's not a musician, but he showed me incredible music, and he showed me bands like The Clash and The Doors, and then later on, while like on my way to baseball, he's playing me Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit, and then later on, I started branching out and discovering like bands like Muse and Radiohead, and then
What was the first?
the first was The Clash.
The Clash.
The Clash is where you're like, what's this?
The Clash, I was like, what
I
is
could do
this? I could do that.
Stop the cat box.
No,
That's
no stopping of the cat.
Rock
box.
the
Lock the cash box.
Lock the cash box. Thank you.
You've seen the commercial.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kenneth.
Well, I guess it all started out when I was very young.
International man of mystery.
One of my earliest memories was, I can't remember how old I was, but I do remember walking out of my house. I must have been like that high or something because everything was very low. And my dad had his tool shed in the backyard.
Okay.
And it was full of tools, but he also had his amp in there and guitar. And I remember hearing something and kind of going through the backyard, which to me was like walking through a forest.
Is this a Foreigner song?
No, this is
Doesn't
actual.
sound like it.
As I walk in, I see my dad playing guitar in his shed. And he's just, relaxing at the end of a long day at work. And I just remember hearing the sound and thinking it was awesome. And I thought, that's cool. I like that.
Nice.
And it just kind of stuck with me. And ever since then, I guess I sort of fell in love with it.
U2.
But yes, U2 is probably my favorite band. I've followed them forever. And
you too.
Only after they forced their songs on.
Butter.
iPads.
Proving you can do awesome things and still be giant turd. Thanks, South Park.
My God.
All right,
Oh man.
Mr. Margarosian.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Great pronunciation.
Actually, real quick.
Yeah.
Chicago to LA?
Yeah,
Like
me.
your parent family was just like, yeah, go be a musician.
Man, yeah, I moved out here like 2.5 months after my 18th birth. I'm sorry, I moved out here 2.5 months after I graduated high school, which was like a month after my 18th birthday. And I waited very late in the game to tell my family I was going to move to LA. Because I actually was originally going to go to DePaul or Columbia. And I don't know, I just had this feeling like I need to go to LA. I'd been visiting Pasadena since I was a kid. And my family knew that. My brother would take me out here, or take me out to, where are we? Vegas right now? I don't know.
Yeah, you're in Henderson, technically.
Henderson, right. Sorry. So my brother would take me out to Pasadena to visit my aunt who was in the acting industry, and she kind of just showed me what LA, like the beautiful parts of LA and all the cool, like behind the scenes stuff, and I just fell in love with it. And when that time came where I'm like, okay, stay in Chicago with my family or kind of pursue this kind of crazy thing and just see what's out there, I was just like, I got to do that. Otherwise, because my godfather told me, he's like, if you can make this decision and you can say that you don't regret like doing that, like not doing the other thing, then it doesn't matter. But if you have any part of you that's like, I regret not doing that thing, it's going to haunt you for your whole life. So I was like, I would regret not moving there, so I moved here.
Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is the mind killer. Nice.
Back to you.
Yes.
Arizona to California?
That's right. Yeah, lived in Arizona for 2 years for undergrad. I went to ASU for environmental science. 2010 to 2012, actually.
Now you're still an environmental engineer, right?
That's right, yeah.
Doing the residential, like what's underneath.
Yeah, I ended up going to grad school in 2016, graduating 2018. So still working in the environmental industry.
Right on. And because there's an article where I can't remember who wrote it, sorry. But they did a good job of kind of getting to like, he's balancing both. He's doing the juggling act like every musician ever.
Oh yeah. No,
except the lucky ones, you know.
I'm taking some PTO to be on this tour.
Hey,
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe eventually in September I'll have to take a leave of absence or take more PTO.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily I work for a company that's Euro-based and they give us 25 PTO days a year, which is fantastic. So
Nice.
Yeah. We'll see.
I imagine in LA with all the seismic activity, you've got constant work.
Yeah.
People want to know, you know, like, is there salt, is there shale or whatever?
That's more of a geologist kind of thing that.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's you.
Fall more into to Matt's category, but there is a lot of that. We do phase 1, phase 2 type work. A lot of businesses that have been operating in LA for some time haven't gone through their due diligence, and maybe there's hazardous materials on the subsurface. So now my company comes in.
Oh, so you're more about not mitigation, but
remediation.
I was going to say preventative remediation.
Preventative, yep.
Yeah, basically like, is there going to be a problem?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to sell your property, you have to go through this entire phase 1.
So you're not reactive so much.
Sometimes we are. We have a couple of different sites out there. I know this is boring for everybody, but
oh no,
we have a couple different sites that I can't say exactly what they are, but yeah, we go in there and we have preventative measures, mitigated measures, and we have to inject certain chemicals into the subsurface to kind of filter out certain contaminants or actually change the chemistry of those contaminants to where they're not contaminated anymore.
That's the coolest freaking story I've ever heard.
That's it. I thought it was boring. I feel like everyone's asleep right now. That story was way cooler.
No, I can't.
About his father.
I was like, dang, that was wild.
No, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
I felt like it was Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible talking about traffic lights. I'd marry him.
I would. We all need to see the new Top Gun.
Dude, we gotta go see Top Gun tomorrow in Salt Lake City.
Let's go.
I'm down.
I have feelings. Anyway.
Okay.
We're not gonna go there.
All right.
This is my show. Anyway.
Okay.
One last question for you.
Yeah.
Still on Pokemon Go?
Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know that?
He hacked your phone, dude. He sees everything.
Dude, how do
you
you know that? That's so weird.
I have a special shovel, and I use it to deep dive.
Oh my gosh.
If you put it out there,
this is the best interview I've ever.
Thank you. I'm done. That's it.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. Hey, real quick.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. It's a bonding experience between my girlfriend and I. We love playing Pokemon Go. We're on our phones and we're walking through the city and we're just like this, and people look at us like, oh, you idiots. You guys are in a relationship and you're just on your phones not paying attention to each other. It's like, no, we're trading Pokemon right now. Calm down, everybody. Yeah. So that's out there. Thank you for asking that question.
No worries.
Yeah.
Have you been hunting here?
Yeah, I have. There's a new event going on. I haven't looked at my phone in a little
He's
bit.
been hunting during this interview.
You see that itch? I just
honestly
started picking out my phone. I was like, let's go.
I honestly don't even know if we're a gym. I don't even know what's in the house.
I'm about to find out.
Will you hunt my Pokemon?
I will hunt the shit out of your Pokemon. That sounds weird, but I will do
A
it.
sentence no man has ever said to me.
I feel like I finally understand a little bit about what Trent does for a living, because I'm like, he's like, it's like environmental science and geology, man. They're like the same thing.
So we're trying to save the world from the mountains.
Yeah.
That's like saying bass is just a guitar with 4 strings, man.
Yeah, it is.
These singers. Anyway.
So much more to it.
So simple-minded.
Yes.
Does anybody need a drink, by the way?
But, booze break. We're back. And this is Aguardiente. Look it up, kids.
God bless America.
That's your Irish toast?
Oh, I thought you were doing something.
God bless Lucky Charms.
Irish toast. May ye be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
You said that last night.
I did.
Guarda de Dente.
Strovia.
Beautiful.
What else?
Wow.
That was incredible.
That's firewater?
That's the least firewater I've ever had.
That was delicious.
Wow.
It's just ardent water. It doesn't mean
Oh.
See,
Fooled us, drunks.
I was
So it's tequila and water.
it's weak tequila.
I was like, I thought it was just going
That was delicious.
I did not mind that.
That was from El Salvador. 4 asses with only 2 S's. And it was good. I was expecting more grappa. Like, you ever had grappa?
No.
Like, literally,
It's like the sweet stuff.
you can run a car on grappa. Yeah, you're just like, you don't sip grappa.
Okay.
Right,
Grappa
David?
is actually the flex fuel that we put in our tour bus.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You sip grappa, you don't shoot it.
Oh, the
Yeah,
opposite.
if you shoot it, you might go blind.
3, 2, 1.
It looks just like that, but you're like. All right. Anyway, back to the interview.
Yeah, man.
Oh, jeez.
Well, hold on. I'm not tackling anybody just yet. Back to the band. So we talked about our earliest influences. Wanted to talk about favorite show memory, and it can be one that just went off the rails, one where you're like, check that off my Rockstar list. Somebody went to jail. Whatever. What is your favorite show memory? Whoever wants to start.
You asked the best question. Why does this keep happening? It's just so crazy.
If I could
How much have you had to drink?
Just a couple drinks. You are like Sean Evans. I swear to God. These are great questions.
Where's the crown?
Yes. Hey,
This is a great opportunity for me to say, if you'd like to be on the channel, whether reviewed or interviewed, by all means, hit me up using my email address or the social media link down there, which is also where you can find merch like Make Music Not Excuses, or you can show out you support local
love
music.
it.
6 feet
Great.
tall and super slow. Anyway,
Yes. To answer the question, I think one of the best moments was playing The Pretender in LA, and everyone was
Hotel Cafe.
Hotel Cafe. Everybody's front and center, singing along, pumping their fists,
That was crazy.
just
What,
screaming
last
their
night?
heads off. This was like a month ago.
oh, you said in LA, sorry.
Yeah, in LA.
Because the Pretender you played last night,
We did. We
very
played last
respectable.
night.
Thank you, sir.
Did a very good job. R.I.P. Taylor Hawkins.
Yes. Yes.
And honestly, sorry, Dave. Yeah. But you also do Hotel California. Do you do it?
Hotel Cafe.
Sorry, that's
Oh,
the
sorry.
That's the venue. Yeah, yeah.
Not a hotel or a
Okay.
cafe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
sorry.
famous venue in Los Angeles.
Yeah. That'd be a fun one too, though.
My father-in-law's been to Hotel California, though.
Wow.
No rooms, no coffee, just venues.
David, you're a legend.
Yeah.
Nada, senor.
I could do the
Yes.
humming.
What about for you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was an incredible moment. We were doing a live stream for a local venue called No Future Cafe, and I don't know what came over me, but we played Sweet Talk, and I just went over and I kissed Matt. And it
Tell me
caught
there's
him-
video.
Yeah, there's footage,
There's
and
for
it
sure
caught
video.
him so off guard. He was
I
just
mean,
like,
yeah.
we were busting up. I don't know why I
I
did.
was like, what are you doing,
Were you-
man?
were you-
I like just straight up, and I just like it was like
Were you
intimate. It wasn't
drunk?
Even, no, totally sober as a bird.
He was
He's
drunk
the
off
moment,
the
babe.
stage.
And I've never experimented like that. I wasn't even in like,
gotta
Boy
ask.
Scouts or anything.
Yeah, we got more questions.
Cheek or lips?
cheek.
It was cheek, but
But he was moving
look,
towards
look,
the
dude,
lips.
it was like I was coming in like
Right,
this.
right,
I was
right.
like this, and he turned and like kissed me as well. But it was like a cheek situation.
There were some lips there.
It was like a half. It was a quarter
Like
lip.
his
Quarter
lip
was
got
your
caught
hand.
on my scruff, and it just sort of dragged. his face.
Oh, and there's my intro. Awesome.
Kenny, what do you got?
Yeah, follow that.
Yeah.
I think it was back late October, early November. We played a show at it was Ground Zero, USC, and
Oh, man.
at the end of Sweet Talk, what we sometimes do is we launch into a Killing the Name of medley.
Right.
And when we did it at that venue, Jeff invited a bunch of people on stage, and there's video of this. There's just us playing the Killing the Name of, just the end, the fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people on stage just jumping around, dancing. It was
And
It was amazing.
And then the stage broke.
Yes.
Dude, Serena, our manager, her eyes were like popping out of her skull because she was working at the venue at the time, and she was
Yes.
like, "Oh my god, everyone is gonna die." This is
But think of the clout.
the clouds.
I quit like that day.
Matt,
Matthew?
what do you got?
Oh man, Killing the Name one was pretty freaking awesome. Then Jeff kissing me. How do I top those?
I don't know.
Because seriously, those are definitely like some of the most memorable moments. But
So starting a riot and your singer kissing you.
yeah,
These are the two.
Yeah.
I mean they're great moments, you know. God, that's hard. Definitely I would have to say when we played Hotel Cafe and performed The Pretender, which is like one of the heaviest
Wow.
like covers that we've done live. So I mean we've done a bunch of covers, but this one we were so in sync and so much raw energy, and me as a musician connecting to another band would be like, I want to know what your raw energy is like.
Right.
And that's something that we've just been consistently complimented on. And that moment there was like just a pinnacle marker for us.
Yeah, faithful Room Sixers will know I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, Nirvana, partially because of the memories, because I was a Nirvana fan and all that up and down and that, I kind of turn it off now when it comes on. And I bet so does Dave. But Foo Fighters, the way I wrote music when I was frontman for an indie rock band, there was a lot of parallels and a lot of the stories, like where's the drummer?
Oh.
Let's check the jail. That kind of stuff. I also feel like a resonance with them. So when you started playing that last night, just the intro to Pretender, I was like, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Because it's nothing like what you played the rest of the night, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I had to leave a little early.
That's okay.
It's a Sunday, and
All good.
I'm a man of responsibilities.
Understandable. I have to say, we played the Whiskey a Go Go, and I don't want to like shine on that because that was like definitely the most Rockstar night of our lives.
Oh, that is a Rockstar checklist, but at the same time, I hear things about the management there.
Well, we would never say anything.
It was
about
so Rockstar, he actually
I didn't
knocked
see
me in
nothing.
the face with the headstock of one of his guitars.
I-
It was awesome.
And your nose didn't break?
Well, no, it looks better.
Yeah, actually, he aligned it.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we sold over 100 tickets that night. That was bonkers.
packed,
I can't
yeah.
believe I didn't say that, but yeah, it was a crazy night.
Yeah. And we they I don't know why, but they put us in like the biggest green room, which is above the stage if you haven't been there before in Hollywood, and they like filled the fridge with our favorite beers and stuff.
Oh,
and
really?
I told our manager, I was like, no hard alcohol because it won't last.
It will go down.
And we won't be able to play. But it was a crazy night. It was so euphoric, I would say. And crazy moments happened.
That is one thing I haven't checked off. And now that I do this, the performing doesn't happen for me that often. I do Room 6 stuff so much that my wife and kid won't let me join a band anymore.
Oh.
Like they won't let me go out and do music because they know, because they've been through it when I've been, because now you probably have people that run your website and everything.
Yeah, totally.
No.
Yeah. No?
No, he runs it.
Okay, let me rephrase it.
So sorry.
But yeah, I've always been the guy. Somehow I'm the singer, I'm the band leader, I make the website. So they know, like, if I start down that road, I'm going to start making things happen, which means something's got to give. Yeah. So meanwhile, this is going great. So thank you.
Awesome.
And thank you to all the subscribers, by the way. I really do appreciate all of you.
These guys have best questions.
We'll take a subscriber or two on POE the Passenger.
The best questions.
I'm going to have your social media in the description.
Good.
Ooh, check it out.
We're honored, as always.
First of all, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
What year was he born?
Here's this guy.
It was said on stage last night.
I was.
What hospital was
Yeah,
he born
but-
in?
What
What are his parents'
Did you put the
names?
second?
I did, because you do
He
it.
did his research.
Dude, this guy is
man.
the best.
I wish I had a little section here about
What
Mr.
color underwear is he
Studebaker.
wearing right now?
He's not wearing
No,
underwear.
no, sure.
Oh!
Okay. So, I want to talk about you're a Cal Poly Pomona alum.
Yes.
How did you go from music to geology?
So
Because you were a music major, basically, right?
Yeah, initially I went to Pasadena City College for music. Like, it was something that I loved.
Music majors.
Yeah.
What a mistake.
It was, yeah. It was something I loved, and, you know, it was great community and all that, and, you know, learning music was very interesting for me, but it wasn't something that I was just 100% in on, you know, in terms of, like, having a career.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Being a music major that had to shift, what was the class that made you think, I don't think I want to go anymore of this. I want to find something else?
A lot of it had to do, like, the performance aspect of it.
Really? For me, it was pedagogy.
What's that?
Okay. Basically, music theory. But,
okay.
But, like, the class was called Pedagogy of the 20th Century Great Grandmasters of Opera or something. And I was just sitting there going, like, all I want to do is make music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to teach the stuff.
Yeah.
And it suddenly became this thing where I really don't want to do this anymore.
For my department, for us, like, I mean, we experienced it was pretty frowned upon to, like, do anything that was, like, of a contemporary type of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you either had to be in the jazz camp or you had to be in the classical camp, and both departments are highly respectable. But, you know, like, for me, where my influence and where my motivations and inspirations were, it had to do with bands like Muse, bands like Tool, bands like The Clash, like stuff that really made me want to pick up a bass guitar.
Right.
And so it had nothing to really do with, like, the theory that I was learning and all that. As, you know, as insightful as it was, it just, I didn't see it going anywhere. So then what happened, like, fast forward me doing like a year to year and a half in music major, I take as one of the electives geology. And I have this, both of us have had the same geology teacher who, like, basically inspired us to become environmental scientists.
Brian Wilbur?
Brian Wilbur.
I took geology 1.
Yeah, see?
See, I didn't know that.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah,
You
so
took his
everybody...
class
100%.
Yeah.
What? How you?
Dude, when we
Straight
played
up.
at...
I'm learning stuff
When,
about
when he
Jeff
saw
Davis.
us playing at Pasadena City College, he said hi to Jeff too. He's like, "You know Jeff too? Like, oh my god,
That's
this is
great.
great that you guys are in a band." So yeah, so
It's a small
world.
world.
His show. I'm sorry. His class at the very beginning, he broke down the most employable majors and the least employable majors.
Wow.
yeah,
And he said music was the least employable major.
Legend.
Yeah, right.
Value.
And then he said geology was the highest employable major, so I quit my music then. Not writing music, but
Yeah.
pursuing music as a major. And I was like, hey, all you need to do is continue that on your own time. You don't need a degree in music.
yeah.
So that's essentially what we both did.
So ditto. What he
For
said.
reference, Brian Wilbur looks exactly like Milo from the Lost City of Atlantis.
Yes.
Wow.
This is 100% true.
Like that young?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a legend.
He hasn't aged one
He's
bit.
a legend.
he is
Absolute
a legend.
legend.
Brian,
Plays guitar
He's-
too.
Professor Wilbur, wherever you are, like, we never forgot you,
Never.
We love you.
and you're the reason why we're here today.
Never forget.
In
Making
terms of
music.
in terms of geology. In terms of geology.
Right on.
But yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I had
We
an-
just
he
boosted
was-
the statistic by 1%. We're employed in music.
He was just such an
Musician
inspiration for
challenges.
us, and he was like that first
Yeah.
glimpse at a teacher who really cared about what he was teaching to his students, and that to us,
that's
like
so
that,
cool.
just
If he cared about napkins, he could make you care about napkins.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, napkins are pretty cool.
you'd start buying paper towels.
Oh,
every
a
day.
passionate, a passionate teacher is a thing to treasure. It's just a person to protect, and yeah, like, because I had that in the past too, and unfortunately, other teachers kind of directed me off things. I could be teaching music now,
Right.
Yeah.
or you know, performing in the opera or something, because I studied. I was actually a voice major
Oh, wow.
and studying kind of like light opera and stuff. But that darn pedagogy, which by the way, I think I misspoke. Alexa, what is pedagogy?
According to Wikipedia, pedagogy, most commonly understood as the approach to teaching, is the theory and practice of learning, and how this process influences, and is influenced by, the social, political, and psychological development of learners. Pedagogy.
Alexa, stop.
taken as-
Yeah, please.
Pedagogy.
Pedagogy. Today I learned. So that's what it is. It's not the music theory. It's more along the lines of just the
Why the music
Teaching
theory?
what, the why. Yeah, why the theory.
It's not the hows, it's the whys.
Yes, which is often the brain buster.
He who has
But I
any
digress.
eye can conquer anyhow.
What was the question I asked you? Oh yeah, geology to music. That's right.
Yeah, that was Nietzsche. I just said.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I just realized I'm trying to gas us out here.
That's cool.
Wrap it up. You're getting gassed out.
And we all drop. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I pretty much answered it for myself. Matt, did you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah, you're quite selfish about that. You
Oh.
answered
It was Matt's question.
Oh, well, then I guess, yeah. My bad.
I feel a Spicoli
So what-
coming on.
What's the question again? Like, why do I?
It was how'd you go from geology to music? But you answered. Or I'm
yeah,
sorry,
from music to geology.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fast forward, I just stuck into it, and it was just such a fun major to be in. You learn the processes of Earth, and you'd start going on field studies. It's basically like learning while hiking, and then after that, like find a job where I basically do similar practices as him, and we're just trying to save LA from utter environmental chaos. Yep, one spot at a time.
Wow.
How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
Kenny. So I have no idea what to ask you other than, who are you? No, just kidding. I wanted to ask. You said you got into the band about 2019.
Get in there, man.
2019, yeah.
Oh, please. Your ego's not that big. I'm just kidding, man.
No, I just want you to focus
Your ego's
on it,
huge.
man.
I kid.
I'll stay drunk over here.
But I wanted to say, what do you do besides do music?
Well, I have a hand in a couple other musical projects. I would say for my day job, I'm a software salesman.
Really?
It's extremely boring, and I work from home.
Forgive me for saying
it pays the money.
That's still a thing.
Huh?
I didn't realize the software salesman was still a thing.
Apparently, it's making a comeback.
Nice. So we won't go down that whole rabbit hole. I
No.
work in tech support and IT, so believe me, we could go down that rabbit hole.
Yes, but that would alienate.
Yes,
a lot.
we've already done that enough with that. So enough with the dirt people. So oh,
Dirt people.
Yeah,
Sand
sorry.
people.
What I meant was
Dirt
the
people.
the troglodytes. The troglodytes. There you go.
Troglodytes. Wow.
I'll say this. One of my former jobs was I used to clean celebrity pools
For
in
sand people.
Hollywood, Beverly Hills, and
Sand people would be dope.
didn't pay that well, but it was honestly the funnest job I ever had. Just going to these insane, huge, nice houses, and then every now and then you'd catch a glimpse of DiCaprio walking through his house, and but you're not allowed to look in the house, so you can't. You have to just.
You were Kenny the pool boy.
And it's Kenny the pool boy
Hanging out in the cabana.
hanging out in the what?
Noise. Anyway.
Ladies, get a suit.
Oh yeah, he's single.
I can clean a pool.
Hey, Jeff ran into Harry Potter the other day.
Yeah.
When you say Harry Potter, do you mean Daniel Radcliffe?
No, like Harry Potter.
Is
No,
there another
Daniel
one?
Radcliffe.
Is
Yeah.
there another Harry Potter?
Well, because I wanted to make sure. Are we talking Daniel Radcliffe, or are you just talking about some cosplayer?
Yeah.
Some guy who...
Yeah, I wasn't like
It's the most
hallucinating on drugs, and I was like, I met the page that is Harry Potter. No, I was, I dabble in acting occasionally, and I had to do a COVID test at Miracle Workers, which is a new FX show, and
Oh, so you're still acting?
what's funny the other days, I don't know if I told you this, but my friend Ariana booked a role on that show Barry,
Yeah.
that HBO show.
Great
and
job.
I was super stoked for her, and I sent her a message, and I was like, hey, I saw you on Barry or whatever, and she's like, oh, that's so cool. Are you still acting? Tell me that's not like, I know she didn't mean it in
So
a
what are you
condescending-
up to?
Yeah,
That'd be
I know
like,
she didn't
that'd be
mean
like
it.
somebody texting me and be like, hey, are you still at your job? Are you still trying that sales thing?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's exactly what
I know
you're
she
doing.
meant it in a nice way. I know she meant it in a nice way, but it just came off that way.
Are you trying to do that job thing still?
But I mean, look at this mug.
I know.
He's built for acting.
They're making me not shave because they're like, you gotta grow a beard because you're, yeah, it doesn't look good.
Oh.
Apparently he's the
just
fifth lead
suggested.
in a superhero movie that's straight to DVD.
Wait. Give us the promo pic.
Promo pic?
The promo pic.
Okay, it goes, it's like, alright, ready?
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. No!
What kind of movie? What movie was it? I don't know.
I meant from the
It was a Tarantino
I meant from
film.
the tour.
You did it right.
Oh.
I meant from the tour. The slight duck lip. Yes. The pensive.
It was my Blue Steel, I think.
Apparently he's the sixth stand-in for Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
By the way, that was very good Andrew Dice Clay.
Yes.
Nice.
All you're remissing.
I do what I can. Not particularly still acting. I did for a long time. I had like a YouTube channel called Jeff Ryan TV where we shot a bunch of short films and we did like a pilot.
How did I miss this?
You know, I thought you were good.
It's on YouTube.
You did see Harry Potter on Friday, though.
Yeah,
You're-
I ran into Daniel Radcliffe. That doesn't make me an actor, but it happened. And,
You don't know that yet.
Was that?
Let me
You don't know
rephrase
that
it. Let me not rephrase it, but let me ask you this: did he run into you? Like,
It was one of those things where it was like I was doing a COVID test. So how it works nowadays
We'll get
is
back to you, Kenny. I promise.
before you're
We don't have
eligible to work on this particular show that they're interested in you working on, you have to test, do a COVID test. So you go there. There's a studio in North Hollywood or whatever, and we were picking up the tour bus and all this fun stuff. I was like, you know what? I get paid to go take a COVID test. Might as well go take a COVID test. And it was at a small studio, and I'd never heard of the show Miracle Workers before. I didn't know what it was about. I was like, maybe I'll play a nurse. I don't know. It's not about that. It's like a Mad Max Western, and I like walk onto the set, and it says like Boomtown, and it's got like that like roll cage from like the freaking carnival.
They
or
called it
circus
Miracle
or whatever.
Workers.
I don't know why it's called that. Anyways, it's like dirt, and there's like crushed vehicles. I'm like, oh, this looks dope. Maybe I won't go on tour. And I'm just kidding. I check
Sorry,
in.
guys.
I check in. It looks cool. I check it out. I'm like, oh, this is like a new Steve Buscemi and Daniel Radcliffe project on FX.
As you do, you know, just throw that out there. Yeah.
Randomly. And yeah, and they're like, okay, go check it at catering. And I was like, all right, cool, because it was like 9 in the morning. I went and got a water and a coffee. And as I turned around, Daniel Radcliffe was also walking to get a water and a coffee or whatever he was doing. Harry Potter activities, you know.
Did you squee?
I just said, hey. And he was like, what's up?
Can I just say Steve Buscemi and Daniel Radcliffe is the most random...
I probably would have
Wait a
crapped my
minute.
pants if Steve
Bundle,
Buscemi was there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Miracle. Is that the one where like Daniel Radcliffe's an angel trying to like fix stuff?
I have no idea.
No, that's something that happened already, right? There was a series where he's like God's gone missing or something. Like it was kind of like Preacher, but
You're
not.
thinking of The Good Doctor.
No, that is a
that's
completely
not-
different show.
No, yeah.
It could possibly be that. I just have
How long
no
ago was
idea.
this?
Literally 3 days ago.
No, that's not.
Well, no, I think they got renewed for a second season, so it's very possible that it was
okay,
that.
cool. Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, we digress.
Rabbit holes.
Back to Kenny.
Kenny.
So anyway, what do you like?
I like music and I like guitars. And
Yeah. Since I don't know a whole much about you, I wanted to talk about what I do know about you.
What is that?
Let's talk gear.
Gear. Okay.
Now, normally, I am afraid to when there's a drummer in the room, because gear horse.
Yeah.
How many drums do you have, and how many drum sets do you have, and which one is in your living room?
Just one. Yeah, CNC kit.
Well, no, you have an electronic drum kit in your living room.
Yeah. Shit. Fuck. We're supposed to say that.
Shit, fuck.
So anyway, Kenny.
And it is in our living room, dude.
So
Always.
what did I see you playing last night?
I have a Yamaha Rockstar 502T. That's the greenish looking guitar.
Yamaha.
Yes. I pronounce it differently every single time.
Yamaha.
And then a Gretsch was a Duojet. I don't remember the exact model. I bought it years and years ago.
Sexy.
Well, you didn't play that last night, right?
I did. It was the black one.
So I was focused on him.
Well, obviously, of course. But on total I have three. I would say I brought 3 guitars on this tour.
Telly.
I have a red Nashville Deluxe Telecaster.
I do remember the Telly, yes.
Yes, that is one of my. It's probably my pride and joy. My father and I have actually we bought that guitar when I was 17. He and I went half and half on it for like a little birthday present, and since then we've added to it, we've customized it. So it's a very sentimental guitar.
I was semi-hoping you would take out the Flying V on this tour because that's
I have a Flying V, but it needs a lot of work. It doesn't stay in tune very well.
For real?
Well, it's kind of a Frankenstein.
Wait,
it's
what
got
color is it?
black. It's a Jackson Flying
Of course
V
it
too.
is. Jackson Flying V black, yes.
Has to be.
Have I never seen you play this thing?
I've never seen this.
I don't bring it up very often because it's kind of Frankenstein together. It's like build up a bunch of different parts. A lot of
Also, if
old
you did,
parts.
I'd make fun of you.
Interview's going great.
Next time at the Whiskey Go-Go, we're doing it.
Okay, all right.
And you got to do the around the spin around.
Oh, that'd be
The
cool.
Springsteen, yeah, exactly.
Take out his nose where.
I was just gonna say you owe me. You at least owe me a gin like Jack.
Jeff hit his face at the Whiskey Go-Go with his guitar. So.
Yeah,
He said that.
we covered
Oh,
that.
yeah, I remember bud.
It's okay.
That's why he's so
I
handsome.
know this is a whole other
You
interview.
fixed my
Cut that out
nose.
of the interview.
You should have seen my nose before.
Yeah.
All
I don't know
right.
why you could be kind of Japanese. I don't know why I thought about that just a second ago, but like when you're talking about like Yamaha and all this stuff, you could be like a mix between like maybe
The
like
beard.
a
Cut that
samurai,
out, too.
a samurai
Yeah.
and Johnny Depp, like a Johnny Depp who once was a
We're
samurai.
gonna have to
Actually,
draw-
that's kind of cool.
I have no idea.
I'm kind of down with
Yeah.
that.
Congratulations, your new name is Kenwa.
Kenwa.
Kenwa. Kenichi. Hey, there we go.
Kenichi.
Kenichi Studabakar. Ah, so desu ne. Ah. Watashi wa gakusei desu.
All right, you gotta stop us, man. We're just going on.
It's okay. We're actually almost done.
Oh wow.
Yes. 2 more questions. You made it. Yay. Almost. Number 1. Wanted to talk about what's next. I know you're going to Salt Lake City,
Absolutely.
but aside from the tour, because you'll have 4 stops left? 3 stops? Something like that?
Yeah, we lost count.
I'm looking at Serena. It's like 4. Yeah, 4.
One more.
She knows
Yeah.
everything about us.
So I wanted to ask, what's after this tour? Just going back to create new music every 6 weeks, or is there? What's the next big thing?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of things in the works. What's so cool over the pandemic is we built a big relationship with people on TikTok and Instagram. And what's so cool is last night we got to meet some of those people in the flesh. And
Yeah.
that's why we really did the Lose Control tours, to meet these people that have dedicated time and love towards our music. We want to build a community, obviously. We have been getting an outpour of cities that we need to visit. So we figured, hey, let's try a 2-week thing here in June, see what happens. And then September, we're going to hit the road and potentially do another 2 to 3 weeks and add 4 states. So obviously we did California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah this time around. I think we're going to add Colorado, Washington, other
Phoenix
states, Idaho.
Other states.
New Mexico.
Phoenix is supposed to be really good for
Idaho and New
for
Mexico.
music too.
Phoenix
Yeah.
was
We were
awesome.
just there last
Oh,
night.
that's right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You were. Yes.
Yeah. No, okay.
That show was nuts.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, that's what's next. Is we're doing another tour in September, and then hopefully in March of next year we'll broaden it to a little bit more of a domestic kind of thing. We have an album that's ready, and we're working on album number 2, and we are just making music.
Well,
nonstop.
if you would like me to do a review of your album, feel free to send me a digital
Yes.
copy
No freaking way we would love
and the
that.
artwork, and I'll be happy to do a review of it. And we'll talk off camera. We'll talk. We'll schmooze.
Dude, we gotta send you some merch and.
Real quick question though, before I get to the very last question, I just remembered something. You saw Primus in India?
What?
Who?
You guys just saw Primus recently?
No.
No.
We saw Lincoln. No, not Lincoln Park. I'm sorry.
We saw
Limp
Limp Bizkit.
No.
Yeah.
There's something on your page where it says at least a couple of you are at Primus, and then some India. Maybe your account got hacked. I don't know. It was on Facebook.
Probably, yeah.
Guys,
Matt loves Primus.
Because I was like, how did you go from India to Vegas in like 2 days? You know?
Got it. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's my daughter, everybody.
Hey, daughter.
Hi, teenager.
Yeah, I got a big.
We're almost
confession. I love Primus.
No, Matt loves Primus.
I do love
Yeah.
Primus.
I mean, who doesn't love a big brown beaver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, kiddo, we're almost done. We have one more question.
I know, I just heard that all the laughing and I was like, what the heck is going on?
It's
down
called an
here?
interview, okay? It's what I do, honey. Try to respect that, okay?
Hi, Kendall.
Hey.
We're POE the Passenger.
My 14-year-old daughter, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
You old school room sixers have seen her when she was like 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
But you want to be on camera, honey?
No.
Exactly.
Run!
Scan for a child.
Nice meeting you.
I always remember the John Mulaney story where he's like, Scatter! You're talking about being at that party? I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said, I've never jumped a fence that tall before, and I woke up at home.
And I
Wow,
woke up
that was
at home.
amazing.
I love John.
I'm just like so shocked with you.
You're shook.
Yeah, I'm
Are
shook.
you shooketh?
I am.
Are you bothered?
Bothered? No, not bothered.
That was a Doctor Who thing. But anyway,
Yeah.
last but not least, let's pretend we're talking to little you. Okay? Let's pretend we're talking to new musicians. And this camera, or this camera. There we go, Sean Evans. But no, let's pretend we're talking to little you. What do you wish someone had told you before you started doing music? And don't say change your strings.
Change your strings?
Right. So this is your time to be motivational and authentic.
Ooh.
Guitarists always say that. Change
Don't
your
be
strings.
afraid to
Change
scrape
your
your knees and take a hit if
Ooh.
it means you're going to get
That's
forward.
so good. Change your strings.
That's good. That's a good one. I got it.
Wow.
show somebody you love your song before you post it on the internet. Because it probably sucks.
And I'll jump on that and say, if you're in a relationship, show it to that person because they hopefully are going to be honest with you and say, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then you can figure out why.
Get an honest review before you put something out.
Also, hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydrate. It is summer in Vegas. So, next.
Yeah. Love the process. I actually love the process. I don't know if they said that really. They probably did, but
I said it.
No, honestly. Well, thank you. Jeez. Love the process. No matter what you do, this has, it could have anything to do with anything else that you do other than music. But if you love the process of what you're doing every single day, you're gonna love the result. The result doesn't matter. So love the process. Matt, what do you got?
I mean,
he went. He said,
"Yeah, I went." I could go again.
No, Kenny, your turn.
Dude, I was so ready.
Practice even when you don't want to.
Mm.
It's a muscle.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
It's a muscle. And just like everything, you gotta work it out.
Ooh.
Make music, not excuses. That's why I made this line of merch.
Yes, right there.
Available at room6.shop. But I made this line of merch because to remind myself, turn around from the computer, go play that guitar wall that you won't see in this video, unfortunately. But I've got a guitar wall, I've got electronic drum set, I've got electric piano, I've got tambourine, I got, instruments. And I have to remind myself, the video will you can still come back to editing. Go make some music and remember why you do this.
Yeah.
It's to support music. Because in LA, you guys are local music.
Yeah. One thing I was going to add is Trent actually taught me this, is that rehearsal isn't practice.
Ooh, thank you. Yes.
Practice before you get to rehearsal. Rehearsal is a time to run the songs, run the energy. It's not a time to be figuring it out.
That was the biggest piece of advice I got. I can't remember where. It's Reddit or somebody. But yeah, don't come to rehearsal. Say, I'm going to learn it.
Yeah.
Let's learn a song. No.
Do not do that.
You know your part. You go learn it. Go practice it. Yeah. So
come to practice prepared.
Cool. Do we know what music video we're seeing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strangers and Lose Control lyric video.
Damn.
A twofer.
Yeah.
You heard it here, people.
Right on. I assume that I will get it in my email. Thank you very much for watching. Stick around. You're going to see 2 awesome videos from POE the Passenger. And if you want to be on the channel, like I said, hit me up down in the description. If you want to support the channel, use that social media link. If you want to support these guys, hit up their social media links in the description. And remember to be amazing, and we'll see you next time on Room 6. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys. Matt, kiss him, kiss him. No, just kidding. Come here.
I wanna know where you go when I'm not around. You say that you love me, but you don't make a sound. I wanna know every part of you is the same. On another level, why is love such a game? Picture perfect in my mind, digital, and it all of the surprise. Get your body close to mine. We're robotic, but they tell us that we're fine. The body you're coming is just asleep by design. Well, I thought that I knew ya. I'm getting played every time. I wanna know where you go when I'm not around. You say that you love me, but you don't make a sound. I wanna know every part of you is the same. On another level, why is love such a game? I wanna know. I wanna know. I haven't heard from you. What's the excuse this time? You say it's nothing new, but we both know you've got no pride. Question reality, I'm onto what you've done. Gaslight me once again and you call me the crazy one. Body you're coming is just asleep by design. Well, I thought that I knew ya. I'm getting played every time. I wanna know where you go when I'm not around. Say that that you love me, but you don't make a sound. I wanna know every part of you is the same. On another level, why is love such a game? I wanna know. I wanna know if your bones decompose, sweet and slow. I will be waiting, catacombs, like a ghost. Listen close, you'll hear me say, I wanna know where you go when I'm not around. You say that you love me, but you don't make a sound. I wanna know every part of you is the same. On another level, why is love such a game? I wanna know that you're perfect in my mind. Just say that you love me, just say that you love. I wanna know, get your body close to mine. Just say that you love me, say we're in love. I wanna know where you go. Somebody call the doctor, I'm so paranoid. I got too many thoughts filling the spots in my head. I'm waiting